Heyo everybody, Haku here with my live reaction or read through for Reiwa no Dara-san, and I'm excited to continue. I loved the first three chapters. I was expecting to like it. Obviously, I wouldn't go into something that I wasn't hoping I'd enjoy, but I didn't really know what to expect, so that was like my first taste of things, not knowing what to expect, and it was great. It really exceeded my expectations going in, and since Volume 1 is split into 9 chapters, and I did 3 last time, I might try to do 3 again here, and then 3 next video, unless they're really short, in which case I will be doing more, and we'll just split a video between finishing Volume 1 and starting Volume 2. It's not really a big deal. So Chapter 4 onward, but I'm not sure how many I'll end up getting to. Like 3 if they're not really short. There are only 40-some chapters, so I kind of feel like if we go too quickly, we're just going to get caught up super quickly, and then I will either need to, probably just go on a break and wait, or I will need to just do very short one-chapter videos each week. So it's probably better off that we take our time a little bit, that we chill. So with that aside, I don't think there's too much more to say. Let's just start Chapter 4, I guess. After battling for 3 days and nights, the head of Yamatagi Marara was taken by the twin priestesses. Calm settled upon the mountains once more. But then, the serpent was already halfway to godhood, so it could not truly be slain. And in any event, were such a mighty lord to be lost, who could say what would become of his land? So, they separated Yamatagi Marara's head from its body, and sealed each part away deep in the mountains, one in the west, one in the east. The villagers were deeply grateful to their family. They asked them to live in the villages and guard the seals. The family, who'd had nowhere to put down roots of their own, graciously accepted. And like some of this is similar to the story we've heard before, but some of this feels different too. Like timeline-wise. So I like that we're getting these different stories at basically the beginning of each chapter, and I think we're just gonna have to work through what is and isn't true. And I also like how interesting and mysterious and well drawn the serious stuff is, and then how it's able to also hit us with comedy coming out of that. The family who'd had nowhere to put down roots of their own graciously accepted. At last the villages west and east knew peace. With the twin priestesses to protect them, they lived happily off the land's bounty for a few years. Now we have Horror 4. And that shirt is wild. We have a frontispiece. I like all of the frontispieces we've been getting for the chapters too. They're still cleaning up the landslide zone here. Why'd they send those machines up into the mountains? I guess they wanted to get these new fences up in other spots ASAP. They sent a carpenter and a priestess off that way too. They've probably put up a new shrine out in the woods by now. In that case, how are we supposed to take gifts to the snake lady? Good question. The new fence sure is tall and sturdy looking. And that's not all. Since they're so new, you can bet Gramps will come check on them pretty often. If he catches us climbing them, he'll really let us have it. That reminds me. Yamatagi Marara-san, was it? Since she's the god who dwells beyond the fence and all, do you think she's at the new spot or the old one? Whichever one's got the shrine with her relics in it, I guess. Probably the new one then? Want to go back and try calling her? I like the way that the translation is handling the way that they speak, really casually. Because it's a rural area, they're kids, and they're talking really casually. I like the way they're handling the dialogue. I don't know. If the construction guys hear us, I'll bet they'll rat us out to Gramps. We're empty-handed, too. Let's swing by the new shrine tomorrow. Want to go catch crawdads in the pond? Heck yeah! Here you go, 50 yen worth, and we have chicken whiz poultry. Ooh-heh-heh-heh. Crawdads may go for dried squid and sardines too, but there's no bait like chicken bones. Did you bring the twine, Kaoru? You know I did. Then, hey, ain't that Yamada-san? Huh? For real? What? And we have her bathing, looking very attractive. Howdy there. Huh? How can you see me? I'm not showing myself right now. Maybe it's because they're from the special family or whatever? Oh, and that's interesting. Is it Hinata? Was that her name? Is it just Hinata who can see and not Kaoru? Wait, can you not see her? I see a faint black haze, but I also kind of don't. 'Tis no small feat to even see that much child. It was her. Don't forget, I'm something like a vengeful ghost or a mountain god. You'd best keep your distance. Or what, you gonna curse us? I've no mind to myself, but surely you don't want to risk it. Want some fried bread? Watch where you do that. Offerings of leftovers anger most gods. They've got the new fence up, but you're out and about, huh? Indeed. The shrine and box are fixed, yet here I am, though that whole area was once. And she just stares off. What's up? In truth, the shrine doesn't seal me in, exactly. I told you, did I not? Long ago I was a tatarigami, driven by anger and hatred. Where I went, disaster followed. I would brook no reason. That is to say, the valley-straddling serpent, nor the wraith of she who had been human, but rather both in one. As a new evil known as Yamatagi Madara, I was bound in that place. Did you say bound? And we have the dirty Kaoru thoughts. Very attractive panel, too. Is that different from being sealed? When you're sealed, it's like being shackled or caged. Your freedom is stripped away from you. But binding is a bit different. In my case, I was enshrined as a regional god. As Lord of the Mountain, I had power, but I also had a duty to protect the land. In short, I cannot leave the mountain, thus I am bound to the land. Well, that's how they believed it would work. But no, perhaps Yamatagi Madara truly was bound to the mountain. Huh? You mean... Precisely. If Yamatagi Madara is the mindless, calamitous tatarigami that I was, then what of me now? Not even the name is mine anymore. And this is interesting, having this mountain god who was the mountain god snake, and then the vengeful spirit, and then the Yamatagi Madara. But now, time has passed. She's gotten her revenge. She's chilled out to the point where she's just talking with these kids. At this point, I guess that's where the title's coming in with Reiwa no Dara-san, is that she isn't really the Yamatagi Madara anymore. Now she might just be Dara-san. But if I'm not Yamatagi Madara, then what am I? Well, I don't know about all that, but maybe there's something else you could straddle? And then, hold on. And blushing? Is that really how you want to phrase that? Anyway, these bells have no balls inside, but they ring when the shrine or its grounds are disturbed. They're totally empty. She changed the subject. When I was a priestess, they alerted me when ghosts were about, but I took them back and re-enchanted them. When they ring, I rush to the shrine and flex my might with some light cursing. I love these panels, they're so cute. And then, that's one harsh security system. The mountain shrine means little to me these days. However, perhaps someday, should the serpent ever consume me from within, it may prove useful once more. And she puts the bra back on. Not a word of that to your grandfather or the priests who manage the shrine. If they learn I can't be controlled, things could get nasty, and I'd hate to lose the one place my physical body can relax. So, is there someone you could straddle then? Only a house is being straddled. Look at the damn kanji. Why'd you bring a person into it? Then, does that mean you're not Yamatagi Madara-san anymore? What I'm saying is, perhaps not. Put simply, if the shrine no longer binds me, I'm likely not who or what I was when it was built. I guess it's rude to keep calling her Yamatagi Madara-san. I mean, you may call me whatever you like. You used to be a human, right? What was your name then? That I cannot say. Through years of searching my memories, that's the one thing I don't recall. What is a name? To one such as I, who's tied to a world, whose ties to the world of life are vague at best, 'tis an anchor that defines my very being. And it is interesting because she has had so many names over the years, but also she is not just her. Like the her when she was, like she isn't the her when she was human anymore. She isn't the snake anymore. She is both of them, but also neither anymore. Like she isn't that person, but she was that person. She isn't that snake, but she was that snake. And she isn't that like mountain dwelling enshrined god even, but she also kind of is. So again, I think maybe them naming her Dara-san is just the new her. It's not who she was, but who she is now. I doubt whatever you call me now will change much after so long, but perhaps my old human name is incompatible with my existence as Yamatagi Madara. Such is the way of things. It may be... And we're having the pump sound effect? I mean, appropriate usage for Kaoru. It may be a loathsome name, inherited from that hateful serpent, but I've been called Yamatagi Madara for untold centuries, so why shouldn't you? Dara-san, how about that? Oh, you cut off part of Madara, because it'd be too manly otherwise. You know, like that guy from... Hey, stop that. Such a name makes me sound exceedingly slothful, especially if written in katakana. Then again, you humans have always called me whatever you like. And such a name... never mind. Such a name may be perfect fit, or maybe a perfect fit for who or what I am today. Again, yeah, feeling slothful, like the name might be too slothful, but then all I do is hang around and curse people who go to the shrine. This was such a good chapter. The writing here is so good. Like, the comedy's really funny, but the serious parts are great. I love how we get into this crisis of identity. And I mean, maybe that also goes with her, like, friends here, essentially, being these kids who are the, again, trap and reverse trap trope. Like, that is also maybe also playing into the ideas of identity and forging who you are. Okay, interesting stuff. And is this a Kaoru illustration at the end? If so, excessively cute once again. this at the very end, an offering or a live sacrifice Dara-san can't refuse, even though she'd really like to. We got a bunch at home already, so here's the ones we caught today. I don't want them, damn it. But she has to take just this container of crawfish. That's so funny. That's so good. I love Kaoru. I think Kaoru is easily my favorite character. That's so good. But Dara-san's great. Man, this is so good. I love that whole discussion. Like, we basically spent the whole chapter with them just sitting at the riverbank talking, and it was so good. That was incredibly good. But either way, that's only one chapter down. And again, if they are as detailed as this, I'll just stop at 6 this week. Yeah, let's go read chapter 5. Chapter 5 is starting out like the others. The West Mountain was rich in food and arable land. The elder twin and her parents built a home there and made it their central shrine. The East Mountain was densely forested and full of beasts, barely fit for human habitation, but made livable by a small stream that provided water. There they built a meager shack and a shrine for the younger twin. And we're seeing, this is interesting, seeing the difference in their appearances, because that was something that came up in one of the previous stories. Okay. As the sisters kept their separate shrines, they guarded the seals on Yamatagi Madara's head and body. So, hold on, this is actually really interesting, because I was thinking, most of the revenge is done, but we've got to get into some people or some things from her past. if Dara-san, we still don't know what the deal is, because it seemed like she was betrayed, they were cutting off her limbs and stuff, but then that doesn't actually line up with some of the other flashbacks, but you feel like that's got to be true for how things ended up with her. And I'm pretty sure that flashback came from her. So if Dara-san is maybe the one with the body shrine who became one with the body, is there a chance that the other twin's spirit is still around somehow, but fused with the head? And if so, again, I'm expecting her to just kind of still look like a beautiful human, but maybe be given some like godlike features or abilities, like snake-like features or something like that. I'm not expecting her to look like the Snake Men from Dark Souls 1 or anything. As the sisters kept their private shrine or separate shrines, they guarded the seals on Yamatagi Madara's head and body. The exorcist family became part of the village. They tilled their land, led their festivals, and settled down in their newfound home. Calamity reared its head only a year later. The young, old, and infirm of the village began to fall sick. There was something in the water. Tests revealed the plague likely originated in the village well, and sure enough, once they forbade its use, the infection stopped. And yet, the cause of the disease remained unknown, except to the priestess's family. The source of the disease polluting the well was the corpse of Yamatagi Madara, sealed deep in the mountains. Though dead, it showed no signs of rot, yet something foul flowed forth from it. Blood, cursed blood, thick with resentment and hatred. It soaked into the mountain soil, yet was basically their god and now is resentful that it's been killed. It soaked into the mountain soil. It contaminated the village well. There was no end to hunger or thirst. With the well closed, the villagers depended on the rivers. For drinking water, they turned to that small spring on the east mountain. In time, more and more of the western villagers came to regard those from the east side with jealousy and anger. The elder priestess realized that the people may soon demand someone take blame for the taint in the well, and so the dark, heavy feeling she'd carried inside for years would now be allowed to take shape. I love, again, the way the beginning of each chapter is giving us just a little bit more story here. We have Horror 5, and a Dara-san frontispiece this time. It's so gorgeous. The art is so good looking. Hey, again, cutting from all of that to this. Hey, Dara-san, you there? Just Hinata clinging to the fence. One-chan, keep your voice down. What's with this racket? The townsfolk will be furious if they catch you here. There you are. It's not like I can call you on the phone. Call me, you say. Treading on forbidden land, calling for a paranormal being. Aren't you just begging to be killed off? Don't you me both of their faces. That's so funny. This series is just blowing me away time and time again by how good it is at both the serious stuff and the comedy, and the art and the style is just gorgeous. It's so good. And the vibes are so unique and different. Like, I don't know that I've read anything that quite captures the same feeling, you know? It's so good. And there's something... I like all of the references, too, where they keep doing things, and Dara-san's like, you're offering me leftovers, or you're treading on forbidden land. You're like, they're doing all of these bad things in horror movies, or bad things just in folklore and stuff, just casually. And she keeps saying, like, you know, if I wasn't me, you would be so dead. You would be so cursed. Like, why are you doing all of this? But I suppose if I curse you and drive you off now, it'd cause a fuss. That said, I'd rather you not raise your pesky voices every time you come. And then she cuts open her finger. Yeek! They freak out. She puts a pentagram on the ground and puts the phone in it. Is that a busted cell phone someone lost? The things I'm forced to do. It starts shining. Huh? What's with this buggy text? 'Tis my email address and phone number. Save them to your contacts. Oh, sorry, page didn't load correctly. Hold on. Okay. Huh? Will that work? The wonders of the modern era, eh? Any self-respecting spook ought to be able to scare over the phone or the net these days. If you, again, true, like ghost phone calls or ghost like emails and stuff, that feels like such a usual horror thing. If you call, do keep in mind you'll be paying all the fees. So, why are you here today? It's a real chilly morning here on the mountain, eh? Indeed, indeed, they start unpacking. So, let's make a bonfire and roast some taters. I thought they were going to be pulling out more clothes. Isn't that too much cargo to lug up here? I suppose I can hide the smoke, but you needn't go to the trouble of bringing regular offerings. Children should spend their money on themselves. An old lady in town gave them to us. She had a whole box full. Well, in that case, they're opening the pool soon. We didn't hit the beach last year, just the old town pool. What's wrong with the town pool? There's naught but mountains around here, so I am interested if we get a swimming chapter. How will swimsuits work? I am curious. There's naught but mountains around here, so... Pool? You wear swimsuits to the pool, yes? Oh my god, is Dara-san thinking the same thing? Duh. Which kind? And he starts pointing with all three arms on the left side. And Kaoru, oh well, here's a pic. Cute! The face. Cute. We get Swimsuit Kaoru Chapter 5. Incredible mangaka work. Incredible mangaka work. He shouldn't wear this in public, given his willy and all. Dara-san, please think it through. True. Even with the skirt, certain angles can be dangerous. And then we even get Kaoru Bulge in Chapter 5. Truly the greatest mangaka of our era. And if a careless glance at my yeah. We even get man. Are they the true visionary of their era? And if a careless glance at my super pervy, curvy bod gets Kaoru's gigantic hyper-nuclear slaughter-rama anti-tank artillery gun warmed up, we might be looking at a boner fiasco that'll go down in history as Perv War 3. What the hell are you talking about? Dara. But so many aspects of this. Really funny. The hyper mega ultra cock. Just like hyping it up and making a joke like that, but also the confidence. And it's so funny because we don't know. I mean, really, we're getting Swimsuit Hinata, and this doesn't seem too off from what she would probably just actually look like. Like, she's not imagining herself with a crazy, unrealistic body or anything. So I feel like, I was like, is she just hyping herself up? Or is she actually, like, does she actually have this self-esteem? And if she does have this self-esteem, good for her. Like that's so funny. My super pervy, curvy bod. But still, if Kaoru walked around in public in men's swim trunks, how do you think that'd go over? Oh my, even more. Once again, the Dara-san face again. Both the, like, women's swimsuit version and the male swimsuit version. And holy shit, the Kaoru fan service is so good. Wow. Holy shit. Insane. As his big sister, after careful deliberation, I bought him a girl swimsuit. 'Tis how it must be, I suppose. And yeah, definitely I feel like the stronger choice, actually. Because without, it looks like a male swimsuit challenge type of look. And then we have sunburn and injury protection anti-rash guard. I would have been just fine with the one they gave me at school. Yeah, like, that is also very normal, like one of those swim shirts and everything. But, Kaoru, I'll just go with it. Because the reason Kaoru dresses feminine is, well, I guess now that I'm thinking about it, it doesn't make the most sense because it was hand-me-downs from Hinata. But then again, Hinata doesn't dress super girly like Kaoru, so I kind of feel like Kaoru is just kind of doing it on his own at this point. But also, the fact that if he was only dressing like this because he just doesn't care about wearing the hand-me-downs, then there wouldn't necessarily be the need to go out of your way to buy a female swimsuit. Oh, Dara-san, you used to be a priestess, right? And pulling out another container. I think you've been showing way too much skin, so... Oh, did he actually have the outfit made? Like the cosplay outfit? Then I think you've been showing way too much skin, so... You even wrapped it in a nice kimono paper, and we see torso photo. You're more serious about this than I thought. This fabric is surprisingly high quality. Are you sure I can just have this? It'll probably get pretty nasty if you wear it around the mountains. Huh? There's another outfit in here. And, a letter? And this panel, their faces. Dear Kaoru-kun, I'm not sure who the woman in your reference materials is, but it occurred to me that a priestess outfit over a Naga cosplay with nothing to cover it, is a surefire recipe for dirty duds if the weather gets bad. I whipped you up a 100% washable overcoat in a priestessy colorway and packed it in here along with a matching casual dress. Please use them as you see fit. Sensei! It zips up in the back. Alright, first things first. Try on both of them new outfits so I can snap commemorative pics. You kids sure do take photos of everything. You kids these days. Do you even show up in photos, Dara-san? When I choose to, you better choose to. Okay, but I'll make it so only the two of you can see me. It'll be pointless to try and show anyone else. You've got way more control over it than I expected. Hilarious. Then Hinata's outfit from the local shrine festival. His sister's hand-me-downs. In the end, she did wear them for photos. Extremely cute. Miko outfits are adorable. Extremely cute, and again, I love the way she's using all of the arms in the photo. Adorable. A real photo. The first one I've ever been in, too. Her phone's screen is cracked, so they printed a copy out for her right away. She looks over at scrap wood. Huh? You want a clear plastic panel? We've got some of that stuff Kaoru uses for arts and crafts. We'll bring it next time. What do you want it for? And she's gonna frame it. This is so cute. I love this story. Dark and occult things. Oh, come on, tell me. You're no fun. This is one of the best manga I have read in, like, forever. As far as fan service goes, Dara is so hot. Kaoru is so hot. They are killing it. We even got Hinata fan service, which was good. But the serious stuff that we've been getting with not only the ideas of identity and who you are, who you were, things like that. But the flashbacks we've been getting, the art detail is incredible, and the style's incredible too. The facial expressions, especially with the comedy, are amazing. The comedy is so funny so many times. Sorry, I just, scrolling back through, got to that panel again of them with their way, like, laughing. But, like, the comedy is so well done too. So the art's great, the comedy's great, the fan service is great, the serious stuff is so good. The fact that, again, the artist is willing to just go there. Let us have our just ecchi jokes and all. It's so, so good. Man, and then the cute, wholesome side of things with the way that their relationship is playing out. How this means so much to her. She is somebody who, as a snake god, was betrayed and killed, as a human was betrayed and killed, after that was basically just used. I mean, you're worshipping me in order to say, give us good crops, or keep the water clear, or, protect the mountain or whatever. Basically being used as the angry god and everything. After all of that, she's just having people treat her kind of like family. Like, they are going out of their way to come visit her and to hang out with her and stuff. It's so good. And we get a Hinata end page, and then another bonus end page. Wow. So, what kind of swimsuit do you want, Dara-san? Want to borrow our mom? That's their moms? Why do you assume I'd join you at the pool? And holy shit, we even have, again, coming in here at the very end from the top rope, Dara-san bikini. It's so good. It's so good. This is like S tier so far. In this chapter for me, again, being willing to go there with the ecchi and the comedy just takes it to another level once again. It's so good. I can't believe how good this is. Sadly, it'll be very interesting to see where the anime goes. Because I feel like so many anime don't go this hard with some of this stuff. But then again, I just finished watching, what was it again? Ayakashi Triangle. And I thought the anime adaptation was great because it took all the things I liked about the manga, and I feel like the anime adaptation, even though it didn't have the strongest animation or anything most of the time, it did have really strong animation sometimes. It took what was there and just said, you know what, we're going even further with it. I felt like some of the fan service went even further, some of the comedy went even further, and like all the good stuff with the action and the characters, I felt like it paid a lot of respect to the source material. So it gets me even more excited for the anime coming soon. I want to see what all they do with all of this. But either way, one more chapter this time around, because once again, that was a bit of a long read. I'm so excited to continue. Let's go do chapter 6. So my first read through blew my expectations away, and now this one is just setting my love even higher, just even further surpassing my expectations, even just bringing the series to another high level for me. So I'm so excited. Let's read chapter 6. We get to do one more. We have, sorry, my nose keeps really itching today. Though the sisters were twins, the younger couldn't hold a candle to the elder's beauty. I disagree. People mocked her, saying she bore a resemblance to snakes and frogs, yet her skills as an exorcist matched or even exceeded her sister's. Thus, even though her family mistreated her, they never cast her out. But now they had been freed from their harsh life on the road, and were embraced by the village. They sent the younger twin to guard the seal by the eastern hamlet, effectively sending her off to live in poverty. Her new home was a shabby shack that made the main shrine and keeper's quarters look palatial by comparison. Still, the people of the Eastern Mountain gave the kind-hearted younger sister a warm welcome. Though she was poor, and the warmth of such recognition was unknown to her, she embraced her newfound peace with open arms. And despite her lack of medical knowledge, the younger priestess did what she could to repay the villagers for their welcome with aid. She tended to their needs, both spiritual and physical. Word of her devotion reached the western hamlet. "Nobody that kind should live in a squalid shack," said one man from the west village, hearing of her plight. He was a strapping young carpenter. He began to make frequent treks to the younger twin's abode. And we have this glaring as he walks off from the older sister. Really good. I love the way that this story is being told. I love it so much. How we're getting the origin story at the beginning of each chapter, and then these really, really good-looking frontispiece illustrations. Again, the art is just so gorgeous every time. I just can't believe how consistently amazing this has been. And then after that, we get the story in the present day. So we have horror number 6. We have a Kaoru frontispiece this time. Now we have Yahoo! No bills, out of change. And then, "Hey, Dara-san, you call me too lightly, child." Between cola, lemon squash, and melon soda, which one's your favorite? Huh? What? I've seen them all, but I've never tried one. You don't say. All right, I'll be there soon. Shouldn't he be playing at a friend's house or such? That is what he's doing. You're just the friend. No, with his looks, I doubt he fits in easily with either the boys or the girls. I won a free can at a vending machine, so I came to split the winnings. Thanks for that. It feels good to win, but it also kind of puts you on the spot, you know? It doesn't take 2 drinks to slake a sudden roadside thirst, I suppose. I see the pull tabs stay attached to the cans these days. Then... that face! Refreshing and crisp, sweet, a little tart, and fiendishly bubbly. The review. So, this is the cola I've heard about. I've seen empty cans around, but that was my first taste. Then, makes sense. I've never seen a priestess or anyone set a can of cola out on an altar before. My sister should get here when her club meeting's over. Oh, what club's she in? Basketball or the like? The Go and Shogi Club. The face. Tell her she needs to put more effort into keeping up her tomboy persona. I love so much about Hinata that despite her, like, having the tomboy design, she isn't that way at all. And a lot of times you will either get the character who is designed like a tomboy and acts like one, or who is designed like a tomboy, but the surprising aspect is that she's still really girly, or that she wants to be really girly but doesn't feel like she can because of her looks. But I love that she is neither of those. She has this tomboy persona, but instead she is just kind of like the sort of smart, nerdy sort of character, but also doesn't at all act in the stereotypical way for that at all. I love it. I love how unique all of the characters are with all of these different things. Or like Kaoru being this like pervy kid at the same time. Things like that that just make all 3 of the main characters feel so unique. All of them have so many small little facets that you're like, oh, usually a character designed like this doesn't act like this, or a character who likes this doesn't also like this. But these small details about all of the things they do or don't do, or how they communicate, what they like or dislike, makes all 3 of them feel so unique. I love it so much. And as for you, you ought to spend at least some time with friends, rather than whiling your youth away in this dreadful place. Don't give me that "what are you talking about" look. In fact, you haven't shown nearly enough fear from the start. Don't you feel a thing when you gaze upon my ghastly form? Yeah, I feel like I'm looking at the 3rd form of the Naga girl from this gacha game, Assault Naga plus 97. What the hell is that? I love so many of Dara-san's reactions to Kaoru and Hinata too. The reactions are so good. Plus, there's tons of dirty drawings of half-snake ladies online, or like, that's what my sister told me, secretly turned off the parental locks, again just pretending while looking at the Monster Girl hentai. Indeed, there are. The modern age sure is scary, and your browser history is even scarier. Why, there's no end of the exceptionally risque image results. Is this real? It may be hard to stay scary in this era without causing real harm. Real harm like snapping necks and ripping off jaws if anyone wanders by. Such a direct approach would be hard to miss, what with the gruesome corpses and all. So, how do you curse people, Dara-san? And Hinata jumping the fence. The superhero landing. Welcome back, One-san. Haven't you already heard the gist of it? Yeah, but not the deets. We know anyone who sets foot round here is supposed to get crazy sick, and way more people vanish than you'd expect on this tiny mountain. Some folks used to die really nasty deaths up here too. Or so I hear, but it's not like I've seen it. Did you do all that stuff, Dara-san? I'll start with that first example. Long ago, when I was still one with the Great Serpent, I spread a foul miasma which harmed all it touched. What's miasma? This stays here, got it. Simply put, miasma is like supernatural germs. The will to live and life itself are quite strong. Contact with a small amount only makes a victim sluggish and uneasy. But if a victim is weak or breathes in a great deal of miasma, a spiritual disease, let's call it a bane, ravages their body. Once the bane becomes too much to bear, the victim's soul comes to believe it's already in the land of the dead. Failing to recognize its own living flesh, it weakens it. It rejects the very life which dwells within that flesh, fatally in the worst cases. I love this too. Again, talking about how good the serious stuff is. So many series that get into this kind of thing don't really describe how this stuff works or explain it in such a cool way. So it's cool getting such a detailed explanation, but also such a cool explanation. Whoa, that's like uber supernatural-ish. 'Tis supernatural, actually. The details of a powerful bane are substantially determined by that which causes it, and that's what you call a curse. There are many kinds of curses across space and time. Most of mine are resonances. My torment didn't end when I died and became a ghost. I still felt the pain of the limbs they took from me. 'Twas that pain whence my original wrath came. What about now? Do you still hurt now? And they're worried. What? Not at all. I'm quite fine. That's a relief, I'll say. And she gets embarrassed. Why'd you get all polite all of a sudden? Don't tell me. All that rustic old lolly talk? I guess is maybe they're saying lolly baba? The rustical lolly talk is just a character you put on. She's no lolly, says Kaoru. I like how Kaoru is like, excuse me, I look at hentai for 9 hours a day. I know my tags. Character, 'tis the way I speak. I wonder how old Gramps was when he started talking like an old guy. I mean, do you just wake up one day and decide to talk like a geezer? I think the thing is that it wasn't talking like a geezer back when they started. It became talking like a geezer. As other people, younger people, talk differently. How should I know? Well, I suppose 'twas quite a while back, when I had my first chance to speak in ages. I was terribly self-conscious. She goes super red, blushing. That's okay. We can totally handle geezer talk. Besides, you actually curse folks without talking, right? Don't sweat it. Who do you think you are to offer such moral support? About the vanishings, do they tie in? There was a time when I would have eaten any interloper on my land, but in this century 'tis more likely they were suicides I spirited away. Ugh, what a pain. Spirited away? That's supernatural-ish too. I'm telling you, there's nothing-ish about it. So, what else was there? How about those corpses with all their limbs screwed up? Oh, those? Stay away from the shrine. Obey that family decree and you needn't be concerned with them. What's wrong? Nagi? Oh, and we're cutting away. Uncle, about the case in the Misagia family's mountains. Ah, you mean the repairs to the pacifying shrine. It's only been 35 years since the last rite. This disaster struck before the expected 66 years were up. I made my first visit as the heiress of the Shimanagi clan, but I felt nothing of this Yamatagi Madara we've spoken of for generations. Naturally, I'm concerned. Perhaps it's grown weak over time, or the plague is running its course. We can only hope. But something else may be going on. Something my ancestors never imagined. And I wonder if this is a descendant of her sister, or if this is just a different clan of exorcists. But either way, they clearly actually believe in this stuff. Also, the piercings are really cool. The eyebrow piercing and the cool earring. Really neat. I'm interested in seeing more of them. But we end here with 2 little pages at the end. And also, I like reading the volume release. So once we're caught up to the volumes, I may not read the non-volume releases and just wait for volume releases to come out. Because I like all this bonus stuff. I like it a lot. Just so you know, if you count all the evolved forms, this game alone's got 28 characters that are half snake ladies. Sorry, but I don't know if that's a lot or a little. And I can't read what it says. The image is too small. Let me try to zoom in on that. It is still very small. I might be able to read the Japanese, but I'm not gonna be able to read that English. Then something archery girls puzzle strike. It says, oh gosh, even the Japanese is kind of hard to read. Down origin? Does it say down origin or drawn origin? Maybe. Oh, goo. That's a goo, like grand origin. Okay. Grand origin. Haku Key Boo? Archive? Grand Origin Archive? Oh, so it wasn't archery, it was archive. So Grand Origin Archive Musume Strike Puzzle Strike. Okay. I see. So they're just throwing a bunch of gacha game names together with the Grand Origin Archive. And then we have we have the advertisement. Obscenely refreshing, bouncingly brisk, Voween Cola. Again, a very hot Dara-san. Incredible 3 chapters. Amazing. Amazing. I love this so much. This is one of my new favorite manga, I think, already. Again, it's hard to say that 6 chapters in, but I think I glazed it enough in chapter 5, but it handles everything so well. The serious stuff when it comes to the characters and their identity and how detailed they are. The comedy is so funny. The art and designs have been consistently incredible, like an insanely high level. The serious stuff in the storytelling is so good. Everything about it. The ecchi was amazing, and again, the way that it's willing to just be normal about it, just have ecchi, so good, so good, incredible. And I love the characters so much. It feels like this is something where they really love what they're making. You can feel the love poured into it. And that comes from like all the details and stuff, and the fact that it's just the 3 characters sitting around talking generally, really. But there's so much comedy and so much character development and so much you can get out of that. It's so good. I cannot believe how good this is. It's incredible. I can't even believe how good it is. But I guess that's it for now, so I'll go ahead and end. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Like if you did like the video, comment down there to tell me what you thought of these chapters, my first thoughts and reaction. Subscribe for more Reiwa no Dara-san, much more on the channel. If you want to help support the channel by sharing around or dropping a super thanks, it's really appreciated. If you want to help support the channel, get your name at the end of videos, and get One Piece bingo a bit early, you can hit join down below to become a member, or go to patreon.com/Haku of the Tube. Their link will be in the description to become a patron. Thank you so much to people who already are members and patrons. Thank you to Chosen Regulars Evan Holly and Bertie Wooster, Magical Girls The D-Ban and Maru, Cheriton Student, David Langstaff, Slayer Candidates, SG and Stan Cedar, and Pure Element Pate Ardeal. Thank you all so much for your support. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.